Hi guys, Jonathan Chan with JChownGolf at Crondon Park Golf Club in Essex, and today I'm going to share with you my favourite drill for anyone out there who is struggling with one of these three type of mishits. That's topping, that's thinning and chunking the golf ball. This drill helps absolutely every single one of them, because what we're going to understand from this video, their three faults are actually very similar to each other in the way they happen, in what causes them to happen. And this one drill is really going to immediately help you. It's going to get you feeling what you need to do to get rid of it. And at times you're going to be hitting balls doing this drill and think, I'm going to do this drill all the time because I hit the ball so much better doing it. There's no reason why you can't either. It's in the rules, you can do it. So before we get into that, guys, please make sure you like and you subscribe. It helps out my channel a ton. And if you want nice, easy to understand golf instruction, that's really about topics that can sometimes be quite confusing but broken down so they're nice and simple and easy to understand, JChownGolf is where it's at. So please make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button once you do, so you're notified every time I put out a video. So thinning the ball, fatting the ball, topping the golf ball. These are problems that are really detrimental to our score. We all know that. As soon as we're doing one of them, maybe not the thin, but the top and the fat especially, we're only walking a couple of yards to our next shot, so it's not the most helpful to getting our score lower. It's always going to do the opposite. So we need to get these shots out of our golf game as fast as we can if we want to be able to shoot good golf going forward. So, funnily enough, even though these are all very different types of golf shots, they're all a lot of time caused by the exact same problem. It's just our reaction to that problem when it's happening. Now that's all about low point control. So what low point control is, guys, is the lowest point that club is traveling into the ground. So the lowest point in that swing arc. So we're swinging on an arc around our body. Where's the lowest point of that arc before we start raising up again? And the control portion, obviously our control of that. So what we see a lot with guys out there who struggle with this problem, how it can cause every one of these shots, is if I'm swinging in my downswing and I'm coming down and I start grounding out the club early, my lowest point gets behind the golf ball. Well, there's two things that can happen. I can either chunk that golf ball, which will happen quite a lot of times, really fat it, so our low point, if it's behind the golf ball, that's just generally that club's entering the ground early. But our body can sense that, it could stop that club from going to its lowest point as a reaction, and then we could start hitting up on the golf ball. That would really cause, you think of how you kind of hit a driver, that would cause a thin shot, a top shot of the most extreme of that type of reaction from there. So how this is normally caused is, as we're swinging in our downswing, is how we're shifting in the downswing. So this is all about that shifting pressure, shifting weight onto that lead side, especially when it comes to our upper body here. Because you can see with my zipper here, or my body warmer, as soon as I start coming down that downswing, see if my zipper stays behind this golf ball for too long, because the center of my swing has gotten behind the golf ball, I'm immediately going to start grounding out the club early. It's not going to be ideal for us. I'm going to immediately start having my low point very much behind the golf ball. So immediately what we can do is, if we think of our zipper being like, let's say, the center point of our golf swing, and ideally actually the center point of our golf swing is actually in front. It's more where our lead armpit is, just between our lead armpit and our left pec there, for a right-handed golfer. So we can see if that moves forward in the downswing, immediately my low point get in front of the golf ball. So that's exactly what we want to do. So we see a lot of golfers, they're hanging back too much. There we go. Big old thin down there, hit the bush in front of me as well. Big old thin or top. That's going to immediately cause that problem to happen. Low point's going to get behind. We're either going to raise up, hit the shot, or we're going to go right into the ground and fat it. So what we need to be doing, shifting the upper body forward. You can see immediately as I do this, I shift that upper body forward. Better strike straight away. So we need to get this upper body, that zipper, getting in front of that golf ball. So as soon as I get that zipper in front of the golf ball, low point goes in front. So that's what we want, especially with iron. We want to be descending down the golf ball, hitting divot afterwards, not before, not really. So we're just clipping it either. We want to be making sure we're getting a nice divot in there. So guys, we know we've got to get zipper in front of golf ball. So this drill is going to do it automatically for us. But in essence with this drill, the zipper won't be getting in front of the golf ball, which is the funny thing about it, but it'll be getting very close. Now what we do with it, the ball changes its position in our stance. So the ball is now, instead of going to be at the middle, because I've only got a 9 iron here, the ball is going to go out the front of my stance, so around my left foot region. So really inside left foot would be ideal, so just the inside part here. But my club is going still at the middle of my stance. For me to get on top of that golf ball, I have to shift my upper body and my lower body to get on top of that golf ball. There's no other way for me to hit the golf ball other than shifting. If I don't, if I hang back, I'm going right over the top of it, or I'm topping the golf ball. So if we can strike the ball well doing this, we know we're shifting that upper body. So it's an awesome practice drill to do. Really, really good one. So if we have that ball there, we know I've got to shift that upper body. It's going to do it subconsciously as well, which is a great thing. Your body will start to do it without you even trying. So if I'm going to hit this golf ball, I've got to shift my upper body so I'm getting on top of that golf ball. Again, it will do it on its own. If we're struggling, we can force it a little bit. But your ability to hit that ball, if you're striking it nicely, you're getting it a lot. If you're striking it a little bit thinner, you need to add a little bit more in there. But this is a drill as well. Once we do it, you'll find that you immediately start shifting properly, and that low point gets a little bit more controlled. You start shifting it forward, which is exactly what we want out of it. And because that is the only way for you to hit the golf ball, this is why you'll probably hit the ball better once you get used to this drill than you would do without it, because it's forcing you to do the movement. That ball is back in the stance, in its normal ball position. Your body's stubborn, it will still want to do what it wants to do. As soon as that ball goes in that new spot, boom, it's easy. That move gets really easy to do. So once you can imagine, once you practice that drill a lot, you're going to be immediately getting rid of your thins, you're going to be getting rid of your fats and your top shots too, because if our upper body hangs back too much, low point gets way too far over the ball, behind the golf ball, we're either going to fat it or we're going to raise up, hitting it top or thin as a reaction. So guys, if you found that helpful, please press that like button and subscribe. It helps my channel out a ton. So if you want nice, easy golf instruction videos, well, kind of complicated topics, but really broken down so it's nice, easy to understand with a good drill to apply each time, JChownGolf is where it's at. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure when you do, you hit that bell button as well to be notified every time I put out a video. So guys, if you really want to make sure you're getting onto that lead side and shifting that low point, getting your upper body moving, getting that low point forward, this drill is the best one to do for it. So get practicing that and you won't struggle with these mishits again afterwards.